A special thanks to the wonderful company, Kern County Superintendent of Schools, Dignity Health, California Resources Corporation, Valley Strong Credit Union, Jim Burke Lincoln, and Adventist Health Bakersfield for their generous donations toward Bakersfield Symphony education programming. Hello, my name is Kendra Green. I'm the Education Program Specialist with the Bakersfield Symphony, and today, in honor of the upcoming Veterans Day holiday, we are going to take a look at some music that celebrates America and those who have served this great country. First up, Morton Gould's American Salute. This piece was written during World War II and is based on the tune When Johnny Comes Marching Home. When Johnny comes marching home again, hurrah, hurrah, we'll give him a hearty welcome then, hurrah, hurrah. Oh, the men will cheer and the boys will shout, the ladies they will all turn out, and we'll all feel glad when Johnny comes marching home. This song was originally from the Civil War, sung on both sides, as families and communities looked forward to the end of the war and their loved ones returning home, a sentiment that is certainly shared among anyone who has lived through a war. American Salute has become a standard piece in both orchestra and wind band repertoire, but here is a fun fact for you. Gould wrote this piece, start to finish, in less than 8 hours, the evening before he was supposed to have completed it. Talk about procrastination. The American Frontier by Calvin Custer. This piece is a medley of American folk songs. First, you'll hear The Girl I Left Behind Me, followed by Chester, Oh Susanna, Shenandoah, and finally, America the Beautiful. Listen for the different character of each of the songs throughout the piece. Hymn to the Fallen by John Williams. John Williams is one of the most well-known American composers today. If you ever watch movies, chances are you've seen at least 1 or 10 or 20 of the movies he wrote the scores to. Hymn to the Fallen is from the score to Saving Private Ryan, which is set in Normandy, France during World War II. As its name suggests, it is a tribute to the fallen soldiers of that war. The Armed Forces Salute. This piece pays tribute to each of our armed forces branches: the Army, the Coast Guard, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, and the Navy. The Space Force may or may not be included as it's such a new branch to the military. Each service branch has a song specific to their branch, and often in performances, military veterans are asked to stand when their service branch song is being played, so they can be recognized and thanked for their service by the audience. Samuel Barber's Adagio for Strings. Samuel Barber is an American composer who wrote this masterpiece originally as a movement of a string quartet. This piece is absolutely beautiful. It is slow, delicate, mournful, and soul-searching. The Washington Post March by John Philip Sousa. Sousa is the king of marches. He was the 17th conductor of the Marine Band, and his leadership was a huge part of why the Marine Band is generally accepted as the best wind band in the United States today. Sousa was, perhaps surprisingly, a violin player, but he is most well known for the marches that he composed while he was the conductor of the Marine Band. The Washington Post March was written to promote an essay contest that the newspaper, the Washington Post, was sponsoring. And the march became incredibly popular throughout America and Europe. Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture. Tchaikovsky was a Russian composer, which begs the question, what is a Russian composer doing on an Americana-type concert? Well, the 1812 Overture was written for the dedication of a cathedral in Russia, which had been built to commemorate Russia's victory over Napoleon in 1812. So, while this has nothing to do with America, it does relate to war and people serving their country. Also, It's just fun music. The score calls for cannons. Yes, actual cannons, like that shoot cannonballs, in the finale of the piece. We will not be using cannons, probably goes against the fire code of the building that we're in. But if you listen for the loud bass drum hits at the end of the piece, those are our cannons. John Philip Sousa's Stars and Stripes Forever. No patriotic concert would be complete without this march celebrating our flag. That's what the Stars and Stripes in the title is referring to. Listen and watch for the piccolo solo and the low brass at the end of the piece. I hope you've enjoyed learning about some music celebrating America, and we hope to see you at our upcoming concert.